Happy New Year's, everyone. It's your lady, Madam Corey, and I am back. I want you all to give shout outs to 2023. We are here. You have made it. You have beat everything that may have tried to stop, hinder you, or prevent you from making it into the new year. So I want to come to you first with love and care and hugs of all kinds to everyone. I want to wish you a happy new year. 2023 is for me. Hey, y'all, I'm back. I'm back. So, I want to welcome everybody to um, where I am, the space that I'm in today, January the 1st, 2023. It's your lady, Madam Corey. So I wanted to welcome you all for those who remember From Prison to the Palace, woo woo, the show that was on WMEG and also live via Facebook and Instagram. I want to welcome you and now introduce a spinoff of From Prison to the Palace, which is now from Faith to Finish. And I want to welcome you all today to the intro. It's the intro. Okay. What is Faith to Finish about? Faith to Finish is about completing. No excuses, getting it done, no feelings to prevent you from completing all the things that God has for you to do. 2022 basically gave us all an awareness of some of the things that we were probably not good at, or we recognize that we struggled with. All of you know that a lot of celebrities and a lot of people have come out with mental illness, things like that. The pandemic did a lot with actually stopping the world and stopping a lot of the distractions that we've had to prevent us from actually looking at ourselves or our circumstances. So, in this the new year of 2022 coming out of the pandemic, one of the things that I was able to recognize was some struggles that I had within myself as well. And was able to get the proper assistance that I needed and still getting the proper assistance that I needed, counseling and mentoring to help me finish. I was one of those people that stop, start, stop, start. And then I felt like it was failure. But one of the things that I learned is that it's not a failure, it's a finding. In order for us to figure out what we are created to do, what we were created for, you try some things until you find the thing that is your niche, and you take that and you grow it and you birth it and you grow it, you pray over it, you let God water it. But until you find that thing, it's literally you, it's a give and take, you figuring it out. And um that's some of the things that we're going to be talking about on Faith to Finish. I'll be coming to you once again. Of course, you know, I have the pleasure of having guests come in, and we're sitting, we're talking, have some dialogue in regards to how to get your mindset together on how to finish. But we know um, we got to have faith first. And of course, faith is the evidence of the things not seen. But you got to keep going. You got to know that it's there. So I'm going to be bringing on a few people, and we're going to be having several discussions based upon the things that I've gotten to help me complete some things in life, and talk about the journey that I've had in my beginnings into my current present moments, and where I'm going. And hopefully I can encourage you to come along as well on the same roads, meaning the positive road to the destination wherever God has for you. So tonight I want to share with you just a few things in regards to some of the books and stuff that I do, you know, that I take in. So um we're not always good at knowing what to do. So I'm going to tell you this. You want to first understand that just like we were born babies, our parents taught us, they showed us, they exposed us to things in order for us to learn. So as adults, what I would say um, becomes a hindrance to us or a crutch to us is that we think people just gonna come and give us what we need for what we need it for, and without trying to figure some things out or developing yourself. So one of the things I do, I read. Do I like reading? No. I like learning. I like getting knowledge on some things. And in order to do that, I listen to a lot of videos, podcasts. I read, and I I stopped really being a TV person for TV shows until recently because it's okay to shut your brain down sometimes and watch some stuff that's just entertaining. But I want to share with you all some things, some books that I do read. I am an advocate. I mean, I'm an avid follower of a gentleman that has a plethora of or variety of ways to impart into people. He's a person, uh, not an entrepreneur, person, mature. How you call it? I mean, y'all know what I mean. So anyway, this gentleman is he's a pastor, he's an author, and I do have one of his books on the way because I had one and I kept it everywhere with me until I left it somewhere. And that book is called Relational Intelligence. And how many of y'all know that that's how God works? God is the source, and we as his people are supposed to be the resource. So you want to learn and you want to know about um and have good relationships and know how to decipher them even as they change, and the highs and the lows and the goods and the bads and the exits and entrances. Okay, so right now I'm reading a book and I am promoting it, and this book is called Your Purpose is Calling. So this is a book that I'm taking in right now to develop myself, and learn so I can be good for you all and for myself, because what I obtain for me is not for me. It's for other people. Of course, I get the pleasures out of basically giving away information. So, and free for people to heal and be successful in what God created them for. So another book that I've just recently been fortunate to run across, wow, giving out toys for Christmas, was a book, and it's self love. This particular book is um, a workbook for women, and it's supposed to help you release self doubt, build self compassion, and embrace who you are. So, today I just wanted to come in and just let you know a couple things that I would like to share with you all to help you have the faith to finish. What is it going to take for you to finish what you be starting, what God is giving you, and how to not let your feelings or your emotions guide you into a left direction, but to help you understand that once you know better, you do better. Once you know better, you do better. Um, the mind has to take it in first. And what I'm going to tell you first is that know that you can't go by your feelings, guys. You can't go by your feelings because those feelings will sway you left and right. You can't just wake up and say, I had a bad day, or something happened with your children, something happened at work, or you got a flat tire on the way to work, and now you don't want to do the things that you said you wanted to do because your day messed up, or just because you simply don't feel like it. If you allow your spirit to guide your flesh, then you won't have to battle. So just like I said, I don't like to really particularly read, but I know in order for me to be better, I have to do some things that I don't feel like doing. And I sacrifice a lot of things. I sacrifice things that uh culture would say is either is nerdy or um boring. But like I said, I wasn't the person to watch TV like that. But now, if I'm going to watch something, I watch it to, allow it to be something that's developing me. And it's the same thing with social media. I really have become frustrated with social media because it seems like it's the same thing over and over and over and over and over. All you see is people posting where they've been, what they ate. Look what I can do. Look what I have done. And it's not that I don't like the people. I don't like what social media has um become for some people. Some people find validation in social media. Some people feel like, I gotta share everything with social media. And it's like you sharing it with people that don't even know you and really don't even care. And it's like what your body type like, what you driving. Oh, look, I got this. Oh, look, I got that. But at the end of the day, God created us for a reason and a purpose. And my job is to help you fulfill what you were created for. Because you all know that we are spirit. Once that spirit leaves this body, the clothes not going, the house not going, the car not going, lashes not going, the look, the BBLs, none of that stuff is going. Once your soul, your spirit leaves your body. And who created us has created us for a reason. And so I feel like at least if I can use the platforms to inform, educate, encourage um, God's people, then we all win. Because I like to talk. And that's one of the things that I want to also give you is that if it's something God gave you what's in you in order to do what he wants you to do. So what's in you, self-awareness, things that you do, it may be annoying to the somebody else, that it might be annoying in another area, but it's the thing you need to fulfill your purpose, if you get what I'm saying. Okay. um it's weird right now, guys. I haven't been on for a while, so I get a bit nervous. I'm a little nervous. But what I did know is that I couldn't not start. So today I decided to start. And despite of what that looks like, only thing I can do is go up from here. Only thing I can do is get greater as I go. As I learn to get information for me to give to you, it's just gonna get better. I always say it gets greater later. Um, for my people on From Prison to the Palace Facebook page, you also can tune into my lives on YouTube um, under Corey Daniels, and it will be weekly. And I'll also try to tune in on both at the same time, of course, because Faith to Finish does derive from out of, it's birthed out of From Prison to the Palace. So I just wanted to give you all that. And hello, Jazzy, and hello, Eddie. Thank y'all for tuning in. Please like and share as I grow. And even if you get one thing from it, start. Share that part. Just start. The thing of it is that it's always going to be somebody better than you. It's always going to be somebody that looks doing gooder, but at least they started. Just start. That's one of the execution. Execute it, start it, and continue and grow as you go. So if you don't take nothing else from this video tonight, just understand the power of starting. Say yes, do it. You're gonna make mistakes. People not gonna know once you get going good, and then the nervousness, that I mean, it'll go away or it'll dumb down some as you go along. I can attest to that. I was really, I ain't had no problem at the station, but now I'm right before you all again, and I'm nervous because I knew I just had to start. And I just grabbed up a couple things that I was kind of taking in and just thought that I would maybe just come in and give some stuff today. But I knew I had to start today because I mean, I gave my 2 test runs on YouTube and that was okay last year, but now I knew I needed to start this year. Because one thing I do realize about myself is that I'll jump in, just jump right in, and God has grown and done some things for me as I've gone along before as I started things in the past. Okay. So one of the things I wanted to just kind of come in and like I said just a few minutes ago is that when it comes down to faith to finish, the first thing you need to do is know that you need to put in your mind and your thought and even write it down. Execution. Execution despite of how you feel, execution despite of what happened throughout the day. You know that you have to do it. It's just like a person working out. They know there's going to be pain. They know that they may not feel like it. And then, of course, after you started something, then you start working out, it's going to hurt. And you expecting to hurt. So you still got to just execute it. If you tell yourself execution is the bottom line, then no matter what comes, come what may, I have to finish. I have to do it. It has to get done. And just imagine if you execute one thing, then it's out the way. Then you can execute something else. Find out the next thing is I would say, what is the meaning and what's the purpose of the thing that you really want to do? Think about the meaning and what's the purpose of it. If that thing overrides your feelings and all of that, then you know you really gotta execute it. Okay. Um, and I come on because I want to make sure that I constantly express that I believe in you. That's the next thing. Know that somebody believes in you. Do y'all not know that when you think about who created and made the airplane, that that person did they created their airplane, and even as of today they did it for the generations and for us to be able to experience it. So I say do it, execute it, because whatever it is, because it's something that can go on for years, way past when you dead and gone. So that's legacy stuff. We get on the plane and here it is now, they got first class and second class, but the persons that created the airplane, they did it and they not even really here to benefit from it anymore, but they did it for us. We are now benefiting from the person that created an airplane, electricity, all of those things that you figure if you start something and you execute it and you complete it, just imagine that something you done can live on and it can be for generations and generations and generations. You can really help way more people if you do one thing, complete it, and make sure it gets out there. It's done, it's created and completed. How many people you can bless? And all of us have a purpose. One of the other things is that the reason why I'm here and the reason why I've chosen to um, use social media and the platforms that I am now creating is because I have to pay it forward. I had a rough upbringing. I had a rough time in my first chapter of my life, well, second chapter of my life. And because I've been given another chance, God gave me another chance and He gave me the experiences for me to be able to share with others that you are not what you done. If you pray, you make changes, you have self awareness, and you start making the adjustments, you too will be able to come out of difficult situations or be able to beat some things. Like for myself, I was able to defeat and beat a lot of cultural things. I'll go deeper into that as time go on. However, I can tell you that I have to have faith to finish. And in order for me to come out of the world that I was in and with culture's life, and to be where I am today. Um, Glory be to God. I had to have faith to finish. And as scripture said, that God will bless you going out and you're coming in. So when something ends, it's not a bad thing. Please don't think that when something ends, it's a bad thing. Um, just think, we had to go to school and we ended a grade and we entered into a new grade. And each grade and each level, it came with problems. You had somebody to teach you how to solve the problems. You got tested, and then you went to the next grade, the next level. So, um, as time go on, you have to just remember that those same teachers, they were taught first and then they pay it forward by teaching other students. So I'm charging you to pay it forward when God does something or bring you out or have um really did something big in your life, or you could be one place and God spared you and you a new place. Then you pay it forward and you speak to the people that you come across, or you figure out what you need to do to be able to help other people, because we all have an angel. It's definitely God put rams in the bush and he has angels throughout our lives that help us along the way. And you pay it forward. Encourage somebody. Tell somebody they look nice, or tell somebody your story and how you got out. So pay it forward. And also remember, this is a good one, guys. So this one I can say is, even if it's something that hurt, even if it's something that hurt, pain owes us. Pain owes us wisdom. Pain owes you power. But pain owes you. Don't let anything that hurt you stop you from moving forward. Don't let anybody that hurt you stop you from moving forward. Because if you are here today breathing, that meant God still has a plan for you. He still has something for you to do. And if you learn to flip the pain, what did you learn from it? What did you learn not to do? What did you learn to do? How can you encourage somebody not to do the same thing, or to be warned about this sign, or how to just move a certain way? Like, don't you know that you can take 20 years of information and encourage somebody and impart in somebody and get them 20 years of information in a 2-hour conversation? That pain owes you. And it can be rich if you apply it. Flip it and apply it right. Flip it and apply it right. It's not what you done. It's the fact that you got through it, you learn from it, you have self-awareness, and now I'm going to go back and snatch somebody else out of where I've been, or I'm going to tell this brother, don't stand on that corner, or I'm going to tell this sister, hold your legs together because I went through X, Y, and Z. And I mean, it could be anything, guys, that you have had pain from. You forgive, and then you have wisdom. So you can move on. And one of the songs I like is something Fantasia and a gentleman saying, I am who I am today because God used my mistakes. He worked it for my good, like I knew he could. That lyrics was powerful. It was necessary. And for y'all, I promise you, I need y'all to listen to that song. I promise you, it's a good song. So these are just a few things. I want to be able to come in on a regular basis and touch bases with you and talk to you about, and have people to come in and discuss some things and journeys that they've taken and how they can encourage you about mental health or stress, or just, I mean, all around everything. Like I said, this is a spinoff of From Prison to the Palace. And for y'all on YouTube, you have not had the experience of it. I was blessed and fortunate. Shout outs to DJ Rock at WMEG. I was able to be there for almost a year, and um, just expose people of what they've done. I had gentlemen on that had been to prison and wrote books. I had a pastor in my I've had a pastor and his wife. I've had them on to talk about Impact Church. I've had another young lady that now has a restaurant, and she was another one where she spoke about the miracles of God, how her husband has been delivered and set free from cancer and heart attack. And I mean, literally, like, it's so many different stories. I've had party promoters on, and they shared and was able to share and have a voice beyond what you see of the promotion world. And it's just been one blessing after the next. I've had prayer warriors on. I've had co-hosts, other show hosts to come in and share the word. And I mean, I've had a girlfriend to come in and give sermonettes, just a powerful time on that radio show. So I just want to be able to still come in and encourage you. I'm not perfect. I'm not a Joyce Myers. I'm not a Sarah Jakes. I am Corey. And what I'm willing to do, I'm a willing vessel that's willing to be able to share the love of Christ, encourage you to finish and finish strong. That's what I am. That's who I am. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you what I can. I'm gonna be able to hopefully shed some things off of people so they can have a lightweight, and so they can fly and they can soar and do whatever God asks you to do. And do it happy. And do it even if you get frustrated. Do it even if you get bored. Because success is not always a happy place. It's a consistent place. It's a place where you really, really, really want to um, work to get to where you're trying to see yourself at. So, once again, not perfect. I just knew I had to start. And the funny thing is that, guys, I promise you, I'm going to look back at this thing later on and be laughing at how I'm like, oh, I was sitting down in the family room of the house, and I was so nervous. And, I'm going to laugh at it. But the good thing is I'll have something to laugh at. Um, Shout outs to, I have a colleague, as you guys, I don't know if you know, I work for LifeBridge as well. And this is one of my Christmas gifts. And I had this young lady working on a design for me. But this was one of the gifts. I actually told her that I would make sure I wore it in honor of her um, just being so sweet. And it says, uh, she who kneels before God can stand before anyone. Okay? All right, y'all. I got through it. Thank y'all for tuning in. And we'll get greater later. But once again, I want to welcome you all to Faith to Finish. It doesn't matter who you are, but who you're willing to become and the work it will take to do it. God bless you. Be blessed. Happy New Year's, and stay tuned. It only gets better.